welcome to my channel. My name is Peyton and today we are doing a makeup tutorial. On my first video that I posted, somebody requested a makeup tutorial. So here we are. Let's get into it. First I'm gonna take off my rings. I really do not like when product gets on my rings or under them. It drives me nuts. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair clips in. They are little knives. They're dirty because they're covered in hairspray, but that's okay. Alright. So I do start with this moisturizer, the CeraVe Ultralight Moisturizing Gel. I just switched to this a couple weeks ago and I have never gotten so many compliments on my makeup or even just my skin in general. Maybe one day I will do a nighttime routine, but I do love to use this at night, the Ordinary Lactic Acid. It really helped get rid of a lot of redness on my face. As you can tell, it's not very red, but it used to be super bad, to the point where I would only record with or take pictures with a filter on. But I really love this moisturizer. It makes me feel like my skin is actually like hydrated, and it takes away like a lot of my dryness. And so does that Ordinary stuff. That really helps with like exfoliating. I don't want to use it before I put makeup on, but I use it every night before bed, which is what the bottle recommends anyways. Okay, got our moisturizer done. I did already wash my face. I do like to wash my face before I start my makeup, but I just got out of the shower and I washed it in the shower. Now I'm going in with the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. This stuff is almost gone. I have to get more. I think this is the only primer I've ever tried. I don't really like to stray from the products I use. I tried to film this video. This is my third time trying to film, and I'm trying a different setup now, so hopefully this turns out better than the last two that I tried. It was really an issue with my eyebrows because I have to be up close, and in the last video all you could see was my eyes and the top of my head, and I was like, I can't post that. So we're trying again, and hopefully the makeup turns out better today as well. I'm going in with this moisturizing lip balm. It says for men's daily use, but I don't care. I'm using it. Okay. So I do like to start with my eyebrows and my eyeliner before I put any foundation on. I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Granite. Has the product on this side, spoolie on the other. And I have been for the past couple months, I think, cutting off the tails of my eyebrows because I want them to be more like straight. So I just trimmed them down to like where my arch is. And then I'm going to try and get this as straight as possible. It never really works out, but you know, we'll try. I do like to keep a makeup wipe on hand so I can, you know, touch them up if needed. So usually I get in kind of a sharp arch on this one, and I try not to do that because when I do them straight, I don't really want an arch, you know. I want them to be pretty flat on the top. Okay, let me grab my makeup wipe. Sorry if this is loud. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna touch this up a little bit and try to make that a little sharper. Okay, and then I'm just gonna draw a line here. Brush it out so it's not harsh. And then I'm gonna go back in and clean this up. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I did get a phone call, and I am recording on my phone. But, okay, now we can get back to it. I, for some reason, can never get my eyebrows to be the same when I'm doing them. So there's a lot of, like, back and forth, but so far, so good. It didn't take me long to do this one, and it usually does. So I'm hoping for the best. What a good eyebrow day I'm having. Let's see. Oh, let's add a little more on this tail here. Now I'm just messing it up. I should just let it be how it was before. I just need this one to be a little bit longer. And then we should be good. The face is very important when doing your eyebrows. I think we're almost there. See, I just jinxed myself saying that, oh, it's gonna be a good eyebrow day. Because what am I doing? It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Although this is a better eyebrow day for sure than yesterday. Yesterday, I think I did my eyebrows for 30 minutes. And they didn't even look the same by the end of the day. Or the end of the video. And these don't look the same either. Okay, this video is off to a rocky start, but that's okay. We're gonna try this eyebrow one more time. Honestly, yeah, that's good enough for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill this in. I think that's good. Yeah, okay. I guess you can't tell me because you're not here, but I think that's fine. I think they look pretty even, honestly. I can't ever really get the fronts to be exactly the same because I do have a scar on this eyebrow. When I was like 3, I was in one of those plastic cars you like push with your feet, and I hit a curb and I flew out and I scarred up my face. My aunt called me Squatty Scarface after that because I was short and squatty. Okay, now I am moving on to eyeliner. I am using the NYX Epic Liner. And I do kind of like to start right here at the corner. Hang on, let me get this off. Okay. I like to start here at the corner and go up or out. Today I think I want to go out because I kind of want it to be shorter and thicker. So I'm just going to draw lines straight out as I can. And we can fix it later. And I'll do this side. I like to do these lines first on both sides so I can make sure they're even before I start moving on. And then I'll go to the top corner of my eye, my lash line, if I could speak, and I'll just connect that. I do try to keep my eye open while I'm doing this, if at all possible, so I can try and get it to look how I want it to while my eyes are open. If you do it when your eyes are closed, they will look a little different. Okay, see this one though, I think is lower. So I'm just going to grab wherever I put my makeup wipe. Take my makeup wipe and just kind of fix this one a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna try and make them even. Okay, I'm gonna just fill this in. Fill this one. I don't know, I feel like they look the same. Now this is the hardest part for me. I always try to do a thin line on my eyelid and it always turns out extremely thick. So here's hoping. That's pretty decent, I say. I try to get as close to my lash line as I can, but it does not always work. I do not have a very steady hand either, so I do place it in a different spot than I'm hoping. But those look pretty decent to me. They don't have to be twins, it's okay. I will make this one just a little bit thicker. See, this is why I can't do it thin. Because I'd rather add more than take away. Because it's easier. I should really redo my eyelashes too. Okay, now I'm just taking from the bottom here and I'm going to connect it to my bottom lash line. Okay, like so. Now I'm going to go in with, that's a lip liner. This is the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner stick. And I'm going to put this, it is pretty much gone. But I'm going to put this in my bottom waterline. And I like to do it all the way to the inner corner. Sometimes I do like the little inner corner right here, but I'm just not feeling it today. And I'm going to put it in the top, just on the outer corner. Perfect. Guys, that honestly went a lot quicker than yesterday. Like, that's crazy. Okay, now that my eyebrows and my eyeliner are done, I can go ahead and go in with my concealer. I'm just gonna get any blemishes that I have. This is the by Mario in 110. I do a lighter shade on my concealer than like what my actual shade is. I'm just gonna go in with this concealer brush from Morphe M131. I think that was upside down, I'm sorry. And I'm just gonna blend this out. Wow, I think this is going to be a good makeup day. I don't have anywhere to go, but maybe I can film like a TikTok or something. I kind of have the hiccups right now. Okay, that looks fine. Now I'm going in with the by Mario foundation in shade 2N. I am pretty pale. This one is pretty liquidy. I kind of like a thicker foundation, but that's okay. This one is more of like a light coverage. I have two other ones, the same brand, the by Mario, for like when I self-tan. So they match my self-tanner. This is the Morphe foundation brush, M106. I'm just gonna blend this in. Let me Google some questions to ask while I'm doing my makeup. Hang on. Okay, I did grab my iPad so I could Google some questions to ask you guys. So my first question is, what is one product that you guys currently are using in your makeup routine that you cannot live without? Like, put me on. What do I need to try next? I know I said earlier that it's hard for me, like hard to sway me, but if you guys are giving me recommendations, I will try them. So far, foundation wise, I have tried the Rare Beauty, and I'm not the biggest fan of the foundation, but I do really like their concealer. If I'm not using this Makeup by Mario, I do like to use the Milani. I have it right here. I like to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in 00BB. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like, and it's really used. That's what I like to use if I'm not using this one. Okay, what's your favorite underrated drugstore find? Like, what do you like to use from the drugstore? Oh, I obviously have a lot of Makeup by Mario, but what is your guys' like go-to brand? What brand do you have the most of? I even have my blushes even Makeup by Mario. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna go in with my concealer again, the Makeup by Mario one. And I'm gonna do my chin, my under eyes, and my forehead. I am going to do, I am going to contour today. I don't normally contour. That's not like a must-have in my makeup routine, but I think I'm gonna do it today. It's really hard for me to contour my nose. I don't ever like it. So if you guys have tips and tricks on contouring the nose, let me know on that as well. I'm just gonna do like a little contour on my cheeks, maybe my forehead. I do have a lip liner that I like to use as well for contouring my nose. Sometimes I'll use it on my cheeks, it just depends, but I like a gray cool undertone contour, so I use an eyeshadow, and I'll show you guys. So this is the lip liner I use to contour my nose. It's the MAC in Grayish, but I also have this BH Cosmetics palette. Sorry for my squeaky chair. And I use this grayish color with this brush, Gear. I don't know, I got it on Amazon. Anyways, I just, dip that on in there. And then I use that to contour. I don't like the contour to be too crazy. I really don't like it to be dark because I don't want to have a million colors going on my face. But this just kind of creates like a little shadow. I don't know if it actually snatches my face. Probably not. Maybe I'm placing it in the wrong spot. You tell me. Okay, and I'm also going to do this under here. My freaking... I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my stool squeaks so much. I need to get a new one. Okay, what's another question? What's your biggest makeup struggle or something that you wish you could master? Mine is eyeshadow. I have been working on, getting better at it, but I still struggle a lot with that. I'm going to go back in with my concealer again on my eyelids, and I am going to do a little bit of eyeshadow though. I'm just doing one color, because again, that's something I struggle with, is having to like blend colors, trying to figure out what colors to put together. But we'll see. I do like a dark, feminine, like makeup, alternative makeup look. However, I am not the best at doing that look, but I wish I could. I really wish I could. Okay, so I just primed my eyes with my concealer. You can use an eye primer too. I just don't have one, so we work with what we got. I have a hair tickling me. That's better. Okay, I am going in with this Morphe Eye Packer brush, M303. It's just thick and fluffy. And the same color I used to contour is what I'm going to use on my eyelid. And I'm not going to, do a swooshy motion. I'm just going to tap it on there and pack it in. And if it's not looking even, add more to the lighter spots. I did get this on my eyeliner, but that's okay. We can fix that later. I do think I do my makeup a little backwards compared to a lot of other people, or probably a professional would say I do it backwards. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off the product that's on my brush. Onto like a dry cloth. I have these makeup cloths that I use. They're not dirty, they're just stained, okay? Let's see. Okay, there's no more product on this brush because I wiped it all off. And I'm just going to hold it at the very end and lightly buff out the harsh line. And then on the top I'll just kind of go back and forth like this. Okay, so it's not so harsh. And that's a little trick I learned on TikTok. I don't remember whose video it was. But she also said you can take a eyeshadow that is close to your skin tone or the exact color of your skin tone and put it up top where the line is, and it will blend out your eyeshadow. Okay, I think that's good enough for me today. Let me turn these off. I'm gonna crash out with this freaking chair. Alright. Next, I'm gonna go in with this blush. It's the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Rose Crush. Perfect. Okay, and again with the Morphe brush, and this is the cream and liquid bronzer brush. However, I use it for this. And I have a little blush blindness. Okay, I like it to be heavy on there. Not too heavy. If it's too heavy, I'll go back in and fix it. It's just the perfect color, I think. That's my opinion. Have you guys seen that video? Today I was catching up on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I've tried to watch the other housewives. I cannot get into them, but there's just something about the Salt Lake one, and I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I'm from Utah, but I don't know. Okay, I am going back in with my foundation brush because I feel like it's a little harsh over here, and I'm just gonna go over top of it. At this point, I'm just gonna stand because my freaking chair won't shut up. That's good enough for me. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with some highlighter. I don't know where I got this, but it's broken. So, but you know what? She still works, so I'm gonna keep using it. And I do have highlighter blindness as well as the blush blindness. So I really like to pack that on there. I should invest in a new highlighter. I don't think I've bought a highlighter since like 2018. But back then I was really obsessed with purple highlighter, and that's all I would wear. So all of my highlighters are purple, except for this one. I also was using the same blush since, oh my gosh, like junior high, high school, up until this year when I bought the By Mario one. So the By Mario is the only blush that I have. I finally threw that other one out. I'm going in with this eye detail brush, also by Morphe, and I'm just going to do my brows with some highlighter. Oh my gosh, a clump just fell. Yeah, I should really upgrade my thing here. My highlighter. I'm gonna do the tippy of my nose. I'm gonna do the tip of my nose. and the bridge. Okay. And then this used to be my signature look, but I really like to do it in the corners of my eyes. That was gross. Okay. Corners of my eyes. But I really like it to be very, very prominent in my corners. I used to bring it all the way down here back in the day. We're not going to do that today. But I am going to make it pop. Oh, look. Beautiful. I'm telling you, that's still not enough. That's something. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay, I am going to take a makeup wipe and wipe my lips. And I went a little too far up. I do have lip filler, so I do have a double lip line on the top, and it drives me bonkers. It's mainly right there where it's mainly like on my Cupid's bow. My Cupid's bow is very sharp, but I like to overline it. Sorry about it. I'm going in with this Juicy Lip Liner by Tarte X Tana in shade Tana 1. And I should sharpen this a little bit. Just getting kind of flattened out. Honestly, I have been looking for years for a lip liner that I love. Like the color. Lip liner and lipstick. And this one is my number one, my holy grail. I use this every single day. I'm gonna just fill in most of my lip. I'll leave probably about that much in the middle. I don't know if you can tell. This is pretty close to my lip color. Not exact, but that's not right. And because I have lip filler, it does look like my lips are overlined, but they are not. I maybe slightly, but not like anything crazy. They're also my lips. This one kind of like slants, and this one is more rounded. So I have to overline one side to try and make it even. Okay, that looks good. Good enough for me. And this is the Melt Mask Tarte X Tana. They came together. And this one smells so good. It smells like freaking a churro or something. I don't know, but I am obsessed with it. Oh my gosh, I cut my finger. Let me get this. Hang on. So it has like a clicker on the bottom, and then it comes out the top. You can tell I use this because of how messy it is. And it just gives the perfect gloss. I'm so obsessed. Okay, I am also going to set it with the One Size setting spray. But I cannot breathe after I use this stuff. Look how much foundation I got in my hair. So I'm gonna have to step away from the camera after I spray it. I got makeup all over my hand. What am I doing? Okay. Alright, here's the finished makeup look. Simple, cute, fun. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, share, comment, and follow me on my socials. I will link them in the description below. And I think that's it. Yeah. So have a great day, and I'll be back with another video.